Grand Rising. I keep seeing people putting up these type of posts all over the place. These posts work real well with Psalms 83 and people who don't read and people who don't study. You guys love to make it seem like you were the original people on these lands because the Spaniards had these lands for a time. Mexicans lived in California and Texas centuries before they were the United States. Now, that's why you gotta say, oh, well, we were here first, so we should be able to come back over to America and get benefits because we had the lands first. But it's funny how you guys don't talk about the people who were here before you. Before these people, there were people that were here before Columbus. So you guys love to play both parts. Like you were the Aztecs and the Mayans. I'm going to prove that wrong today. Now, true Mayans and Aztecs would not have been putting crosses on themselves yesterday. They would have not been marking themselves for death. They would not be showing allegiance to Satan by putting a cross on their forehead for Ash Wednesday. The true Mayans and Aztecs absolutely hated the Spaniards for what they did to our people. They would be embracing their religion, especially at this point when the Most High has given you the opportunity to stand up against your oppressors and walk away and follow him once again. But as you can see, the vast majority of the people have decided to continue along with their oppressors because they vomited up their wisdom and they gave up the opportunity to think and actually make decisions for themselves when they joined the church and received the dainties and a promise to hate the so-called Negroes, who are the Most High's chosen people. Not all, again, we're going to be mixed in with all different groups. It's about who the Spirit calls. It's not about just your skin color. The true Aztecs and Mayans would not be doing this at this time. They would have already realized, because the Spirit would have awakened them, that this is following Satan. This is following your oppressor. You know, the one that came in, raped, robbed, and murdered and stole from the true Mayans and Aztecs. And now that you have the opportunity to be awakened, you're getting, the Holy Spirit is giving you your inheritance back. You would not still be doing things like this. So if you're doing this yesterday, you're still following Satan. Another example of someone who's still under that, under that deep power of Satan. Still trying to play all holy for Ash Wednesday 2020, a call to return to God. Which God are you talking about? The God of the Spaniards? The God of rape, rob, murder, and stealing, and pedophilia, and pontifical secrets, so the Pope can hide the fact that the priests are raping your children? I mean, you're still going to a church, and you're still thinking these people are going to lead you to heaven. This is a true Mayan, a true Aztec, Guerrero Aguila, right here. This is what's been painted on the walls, and this is how the Mayans and Aztecs were portrayed. So let me show you a little something else here. So I just want you to see what they really look like. The ones that were before, all the Mexicans who were in Texas and California, these were the ones that Columbus encountered when he got here in 1492. And that you've all been working to erase for Psalms 83 and make it so that the name of Israel was no more. Now, if you take a look here at this book, you can see it's $2,450. Why would it be so expensive? Because it talks about what the real Mayans and Aztecs, the real Mexicans, were doing before the Spaniards got here. And trust and believe, the true Mayans and Aztecs or the true Mexicans weren't at the Catholic Church yesterday letting some pedophile put ashes on their foreheads and then telling you, don't look at what we do, don't look at our actions, don't look at our history, don't look at what we've been doing, don't look at the fact that we were the ones who started chattel slavery. We were the ones who set up a slavery where we made black people 3/5 of a human. That we made the sheep of the Most High, the sons and daughters of the Most High, 3/5 of a human, and now we're all gonna have to pay for that. So let's take a look at what's in this book. So as you can see right here, okay, it says at the bottom here, Desiree Charnay, now engaged in exploring those monuments, has established in the North America Review for December 1880 photographs of a number of idols exhumed at San Juan de Teotihuacan, okay, from which I select the following strikingly negroid faces. So this is what they were finding at these pyramids at Chichen Itza and Teotihuacan. They were finding Negro faces, okay, ones that looked like this. So when you keep getting these other people, they're acting like these were the original Mexicans lived in California and Texas centuries before they were in the United States. What were the true Mexicans doing before 1492? Let me show you that from that same book. Take a look here from page 207 from that book. The same singular custom which is found among the Jews and the Hindus, because they're the same people, for a man to raise up seed for his deceased brother by marrying his widow, was found among the Central American nations. Oh no, they were doing Ash Wednesday. No, they were following Hebrew customs. Not one but the Jewish high priest might enter the Holy of Holies. A similar custom attained in Peru. Both ate the flesh of the sacrifices of atonement. Both poured the blood of the sacrifice on the earth. They sprinkled it. They marked persons, okay, with it. They smeared it upon walls and stones. The Mexican temple, oh, look at these Mexican temples. The Mexican temple, like the Jewish or the Israelite one, faced the east. So again, they're following Israelite customs. They're not following, Priest of Mahan, Catholic, Ash Wednesday. They're not following any of that. This is what the true Israelites or the true Mexicans were doing, okay? So again, the Mexican temple, like the Jewish, faced the east. As among the Jews, the ark was a sort of portable temple, okay, in which the deity was supposed to be continually present. So among the Mexicans. So this is what the true Mexicans were doing. So among the Mexicans, the Cherokees, and the Indians of Michoacan, okay, and Honduras, an ark was held in the highest veneration and was considered an object too sacred to be touched by any but the priests. So they're following Israelite customs. So you get that right there. The Peruvians believed that the rainbow was a sign that the earth would not be again destroyed by a deluge. See, this is what happens. This is why when the Spaniards got here, they wanted to burn everything, because this was all their ideas came from the fourth part. So here, the Jewish custom of laying the sins of the people upon the head of an animal, okay, and turning him into the wilderness had its counterpart among the who? The Mexicans, not the ones going to church, okay, yesterday, not the ones going to Catholic church, okay, who to cure a fever formed a dog of maize paste and left it by the roadside, saying that the first passerby would carry away the illness. All right, so again, you're looking at these practices. Look at the bottom. Both Jews and Mexicans offered water to a stranger that he might wash his feet. Both, okay, ate dust in token of humility. Okay, both anointed with oil. All right, both sacrificed prisoners. Again, Mexicans and Jews are doing the same thing. They were not doing Catholic practices. Let me look at the next part. Look at the top. Then the Mexican midwife gave the child to taste of the water, putting his moistened fingers in its mouth, and said, "Take this, okay? Take this. By this thou hast to live on the earth and grow in existence." This is baptism right here. Now look at the top paragraph, but look in the middle where I had it highlighted. "Receive it. May the goddess see good to purify and cleanse thine heart." The goddess, talking about the earthly mother, the Holy Spirit. Again, this is why you have to have the Holy Spirit at this point in order to get understanding. You have to have that understanding again about the earthly mother once again. So again, may the goddess see good to purify and cleanse the heart. Okay? Now skip on down to our highlight. It says, "I pray that this celestial water, blue and light blue, may enter into thy body and there live. I pray that it may destroy in thee and put away from thee all things evil and adverse." So if you look down, it says, here we find many resemblances, okay, to the Christian ordinance of baptism, the pouring of the water on the head, okay, the putting of the fingers in the mouth, the touching of the breast, okay, the new birth, and the washing away of the original sin. So as you can say, this is what the original Mexicans were practicing. They were practicing Israelite customs that the people in the church had just copied and acted like it was theirs, but it's always been ours. Shalom.